Hello, my name is Robert. Hopefully you can hear me. My name is Robert. I'm a technical representative at support in Metallogics, senior technical representative, and I will be talking about the jobs which we can run in the Enterprise Manager over the mailboxes and over the Exchange. So, and of course I will demonstrate them so you can see how they work. So basically, the jobs you can find under Jobs tab in the Enterprise Manager here. We have a couple of them, couple of types of the jobs we can run. So there is one normal job, which is the main job we run over the group. It's called normal job. You can call it as you want. And this one is an archive job, which means that it archives the emails on the Exchange. Basically, if you can get to the jobs by right-clicking over here on the desktop and create a job. I will create a normal job right now, which will be running over one mailbox. There are a couple of tabs you can set up over here for the job, for each job. For normal job, we can set retention category, which will be assigned to the job. So this retention will apply for the emails we want to archive. There is a scheduler tab where you can schedule where you can schedule the job. So it means when the job will run and how often and how long. You can specify for how long it should run as well. Here is schedule interval, so you can specify how often the job runs. Usually, normal job is running every day during the night. Let's say at 8 p.m. That's the default setting as well. Under compression tab, by default, it's checked compression. So it means the emails we are archiving, they are also compressed on the fly. So let me create a normal job, which we will be running over the one mailbox. So basically, the job is created. You can have some information on the right side. You can read. Basically, those informations are from the settings we have set up already. So we have created a job over here. It's a normal job, but still, there is nothing. If we get the overview, there is no mailbox which the job is assigned to. So it means we need to assign this job to some group or mailbox. Actually, we are working on the group level, so basically I need to assign the job over the group. And under the group, we have some members. I have one member, so we will be running the job over only one mailbox, So basically on the right side over the group, we can see some information. There is no job scheduled yet here and assigned. So that's what we need to do. If I double click over, I get the properties of the group. And if we go to scheduler, then we can choose the job which will be running over this group. So we basically assign the job of the group. That's it. Right now we can see on the right side that the job I called the job is assigned over our RAD group. So right now, basically, if I kick the job right now manually, the job will go through the mailboxes from this group. For me, only for administrator, and it will archive the emails. So let me show you how the job works. I will kick the job right now. So if I will show you that I have this is the administrator mailbox. I have like 260 emails under inbox. Those emails are not archived yet. So the job should archive 260 emails right now. So let me kick it on, start. Here under job reporting, if we click, we can get some informations. And we can already see that the job has taken 260 emails So basically we can see the list of the emails. That's the design, how the archive job works. Basically, first, if the job runs, it takes all of the emails which are meeting the conditions, for example, size and date, and it will take those emails into, we call it pool, or pool monitor. Over here you can see. It's kind of table where those emails are waiting to be archived. We are not able to process the emails in 1 second, all of them, of course. So basically we are creating some kind of pool, and those emails are then getting archived. It's a first FIFO, or first in, first out method, so it means first email comes into the pool, first it's archived as well. Basically you can see that this number is decreasing. It means the pool, the archive process in the background, it's working properly, so it means the emails are getting right now archived. So the pool is getting smaller and smaller until 0. That's how archiving works. If we go to here, we can see that some of the emails by the icon I can see that they are archived, so the job works fine. If we go to Archive Web, we could see, if I refresh, Archive Web, it's our web interface where you can see archived emails. You can see that we have some archived emails already here. It's almost 260, so probably 3 of them stayed already from some reason. Here are some information about all of the emails which are waiting to be archived, and if something gets wrong by the archive process, it will put the error over here. So it means it failed to archive from some reason, let's say. Then these emails will stay over here until next run of the process will run. So these emails right now, they failed from some reason. Here is the error when they failed, and those emails will be archived again, because the design is that 5 times there are 5 attempts to archive from the pool. Once we are not able to archive, once the pool tries to archive 5 times the email and it fails for 5 times, the emails will be in a red color, and it means that something is wrong with the archiving process in the background. So the archiving process doesn't work. But in 1 hour it will check again this pool, and those 3 emails should be archived. Or I can archive them manually by right-clicking and get them archived. They were archived already, I assume. Yeah. So if we refresh over here, we have 260 emails archived under inbox. So basically, that's the normal job which does. It archives the emails over some of the group, and that's the main purpose of this solution. Of course, we have another jobs over there under jobs tab we can run. The second main job, it's called synchronization job. I will create right now the synchronization job, or shortcut synchronization job. This job basically is syncing the Exchange side with archive side. So basically, if we want to have, for example, the same structure on the in the archive as we have in the Exchange over here in Outlook, then the sync job has to be created. I will demonstrate on one case. So I will call it sync job. Sync job is not running over the group. Sync job is running over all of the mailboxes. So sync job doesn't have to be assigned to any group. So it runs over all of the mailboxes in one time. Basically, let's say that if I create one folder on the Exchange, or in Outlook, let's say, let's call it folder under inbox, and let's say that I move some of those emails, some of the shortcuts. Those emails are archived already, so the shortcuts to the folder. In the Outlook, it's a action structure. So in the Outlook, I can see that I have one folder with some of the 6 emails over there, 6 shortcuts. But in the on the archive side, in the archive web, I still see, if I refresh, I still see that I have still one inbox, and all of those emails under one inbox. They still stay over there. So that's why we need to run synchronization job. If I run the synchronization job, this job should actually take care about these moved emails. So let me run the job right now. It's running. Shouldn't take so long. On the bigger environments or huge environments, this job takes hours. I've seen in some of customers that it runs for days because it has to go through the whole Exchange structure and also compare with the archive structure. So if we go to Archive Web right now, we should see that we have the same structure as we have on the Exchange. So if I refresh and go to Mailboxes, Administrator, we can see there is our desired folder where those 6 emails were moved. So basically I can see the same structure as I have on the Exchange side. So that's the one purpose of this of the synchronization job. Let's say if I remove some of these emails, let me just keep only one email under inbox, Shift delete. So I will permanently delete those emails, those shortcuts from the Exchange, and I have only one on the under inbox. I still see, if I refresh, of course, I still see those removed emails under inbox, of course. If I run the synchronization right now again, this one should take care of it, so it should be synced with the Exchange, and it should be the same on the archive side as well right now. So if we go back, this change we did in the Exchange, on the Exchange should be processed over here. Okay, so I kept probably 2 of them. So basically, right now I should have, I'm not quite sure why there are 2 of them, but this is probably something from the past. But basically, this, if you delete some of the shortcuts from the folder, and if you run the synchronization job, this change should be also applied over the archive. I have a note over here regarding deletion of the shortcut. This is done only if you use retention with this option. It enables document cleanup by shortcut synchronization job. If this one is checked, that it happens. If it's not checked, even if you delete the shortcut, this will be not applied over the archive. So that's important note over here. Another job which sync job does is if the customer use delayed retention. Let me create delayed retention category. So it means that the shortcut should be processed after a while from the archive time. So basically, delayed. Fixed. For example, I will create one policy which is called delayed. It will archive the emails for 3 months, and here is the option, delay shortcut creation. So it means basically for 30 days. This says that the emails will be archived, but the shortcuts will be not created immediately, but they will be created. They should be created after 30 days from the archive date. So it means that's why we need to also create a synchronization job for this task. So if I create this job, and if I this retention, and if I apply this retention over some of the mailboxes, so basically the emails are archived, but they are still on the exchange. The shortcut should be promoted after 30 days. I'm not able to right now demonstrate because 30 days is from now, it's in 1 month. So we should wait for 1 month. So basically, if I create this synchronization job, then after 1 month, the emails which were archived with this retention policy, delayed policy, in 1 month, the shortcut will be placed by this job, synchronization job. Those are 3 actually actions which synchronization job does. There are a couple more jobs over there as well. There is a send item job. If I create send item job, send items, this one should archive only sent items folder for the mailboxes. This job runs, it's not assigned over the group like normal job, like we did, but it's running over the mailboxes we can specify over here in settings. Send items job settings are over here under settings, and you can specify only group which should run over. So basically I have the group over here. It's the same group I've used for the first job. So basically this send item job will be, so you can actually separate, for example, a group where you can, for example, archive sent items. So you can create a group for those mailboxes, and you can specify this group over here. So it will run over the group you want to. That's how the sent item, and it will archive only sent items folder, nothing else. That's the sent item. You can see from the name of the sent item job. It's over here as well. There is only one sent item job you can create. Another job is threshold job. Threshold job, let's say you want to keep the mailbox in some of the sizes, let's say a limitation of the job. So basically if there is a big company, they have a policy that mailbox has to be maximum 2 gigabytes of size, and that's why the threshold job is fine for that. So we can keep this mailbox under until between 2 gigabytes. So let me create a threshold job, and also there is a settings for threshold job, so you can create or you can specify the mailboxes and groups that the job should run over. So let me specify for our administrator, and here are some information about the limitation. Limit by default, we can actually, there are 2 limitations. We can read the limitation from the exchange, and because our exchange administrators, they are able to set the limitations of the mailbox on the exchange, we are able to read those informations from the exchange, or we can create explicitly our limitations as well by right-clicking, and here are the limitations. Here is the manual limitation, and here are some information. Those information, lower limit and upper limit. This means that if the threshold job will run over this mailbox of the administrator, and if this mailbox already reached 90% of the limit, so it means right now 90 megabytes, this job will go through this mailbox and archive some of the emails, by default the oldest one, and it will go until it will reach 60% of the mailbox. So basically it will archive 30 megabytes from these settings, so 30%. And once it reach again 90%, it will archive again 30% to get to 60%. You can of course change this limitation. It's a default settings 60/90. So that's the threshold job. It's for bigger companies if they want to keep the mailbox in the limitations. And the other job is delete files job, the last one. And this job basically, as you can see from the name, it runs over the mailboxes. You don't need to assign to any mailbox or group. It runs over all of the mailboxes. This job basically remove already physical data from the archive, which are not able to get back then. If your retention policy, let's say 10 years, is over, this job will take care of it. So it will delete the emails which are over the retention policy you set up in the beginning of the archiving. It physically deletes the files from the store as well, so basically it's decreasing the size of the HSM store. Delete job is not so used right now because the companies are setting the retention at least 5-6 years, so basically delete job runs. The first run of the delete job should be after, let's say, 5 years. If you set up retention 5 years, so first time you should run the delete job should be after 5 years. But delete job actually deletes the email from the archive. So basically those are five are jobs which you can run in the Enterprise Manager over the Exchange. I think that's it from me regarding the jobs. If you have any questions, you can ask the question in the questions bar under. I have already one question here. So, does the sync job run faster when there is nothing to move, or does it depend on size of organization? Basically, yes. If there is nothing to move, of course, it runs faster, because if there is, for example, let's say 1,000 emails which were moved, we need those 1,000 emails to change some information in SQL. So, of course, yes. And if there is more mailboxes, of course, it takes longer as well. We'll be able to get a copy of recording from today's session. Yes, it will. I think it will be on our side as well. Actually, I'm recording this session, so. Is there a way to remove the archived tags in Outlook without removing the messages from Archive Web? Say remove tags for set and public folders. Is there a way to remove the archived tags in Outlook? Actually, I don't understand this question. Basically, if you remove the tag, I'm not quite sure regarding the question, but if you remove some tag on the Exchange, I don't think this tag will be removed in Archive Web. Of course, can this apply to public folders? Of course, all of the jobs can run over the public folders, yes. Is Archive Web just for the administrator, or do all users with a mailbox have to use it? The Archive Web is available for all of the users which are archived. So basically, if you just need to run HTTP server, archive server name, and Archive Web, and if you use your credentials, you should be able to log in and see your archive emails. So it's for all the clients. How do we call a file back from the archive? If you have archived emails over here, in Archive Web you should see all of the archived emails. So basically on the left side there is an Outlook button as well, so you can download MSG. Public folders. Would that support only be present with the newer version of Exchange with the public folder as the public folder mailbox? rather than one older exchange with the old public folder structure. We are supporting actually everything from 2003, so older structure are supported as well. Are there any manuals for this product? Yes. There our FTP site. You can download some manuals as well. It's called FTP EU MetalLogics.com. And if you go to Archive Manager Exchange Edition, under Documentation, you can download some manuals here. The last one is Admin Manual 6.1. So we can download manuals over there and go through. Is Archive Web just for all the... Oh, that was answered. Does the delete job have a what-if setting so you can see what is going to be deleted before you run the job proper? That's a good question. The question is no. In other product, which is called Archive Manager for Files Edition, there is a possibility to create some kind of report which is going to be archived or what is going to be deleted or archived. But in this version of Archive Manager, it's not possible. Can the users see their archived messages in Outlook? How about OWA? Of course they can see. I can see this one is, for example, archived. You can see small CD, and we are able to get this archived email by double-clicking, and you get the whole email from the archive. So basically, if you archive the archived email, of course, this email it has only the shortcut on the Exchange side, and after double-click we call it from the archive, and it's the same for OWA. So basically, we are able to open archived emails from Outlook just fine. Are you able to adjust the views like you do in Outlook, size of viewing pane, the list of messages? I assume it's regarding the Archive Web. Basically, that's the old Archive Web. In a couple of let's say months, there will be new version released, version 7, and there will be completely new Archive Web presented. It will look the same way how new OWA 2013 looks like, so probably there will be more options to adjust some view. Here you can just only show preview or hide preview, and of course you can order by those columns. What is the impact of the archive on mobile devices synchronization? Good question. If we archive the email, let's say with the attachment, this attachment is gone in the Outlook. That's the design. For mobile devices, there is delayed shortcut policy, especially for those mobile devices, because if we archive the shortcut, the attachment is gone, and it also is gone on the mobile device, so you are not able to get the mobile device attachments on the mobile device anymore. So that's why the administrators, which they run archive jobs over the mailboxes, or users which use mobile devices as well, they use the delayed shortcut policy. So let's say they archive the email with delayed policy, let's say 60 days. So for 60 days, there will be still the original email on the Exchange, and after 60 days, this email will be presented as a shortcut. So during these 60 days, they assume that after 60 days, let's say, the attachments will be not used anymore. But if there is a shortcut already placed on the Exchange, the attachments are gone. Is there a log file that the administrator can view to diagnose the issues? Yes, that's what I forgot maybe to mention. Each job has its own log file, which is under our installation folder, which is under Program Files, Methodologics, Mem4Exchange, a log folder. And under Protocols, each job has its own protocol. Let's go open first job, normal job. We can see some information here. So basically you can see when the job was running, how many mailboxes went through, and how many emails were taken, I suppose. Yeah, for example, administrator 2 messages. So basically, yeah, everything is logged. If there is issues, of course, you can read those issues in the logs as well. There are more logs over here. Of course, we use those logs for troubleshooting. Can users delete messages from archive? Only admins, right? Yeah. Basically, there are two meanings of the delete. If the user delete the shortcut in the over here in the Outlook, this means the email is not, of course, deleted from the archive until the retention is over, for sure. That's the purpose of archive solutions. Even if I delete the archived email, like over here, so I don't have it in our Exchange, I'm still able to get this email from the archive. That's the purpose. This email is only we call it marked for deletion, and it's waiting to be deleted completely until the retention is over. So users are not able to completely delete the email from the archive. The email is able to delete only after retention is over, and if there are some settings on the Enterprise Manager. So user is not able to completely delete the email from the archive. Okay, I don't see any other questions. So are there any other questions? Okay, so that's it. That was the quick takes regarding the jobs, and hopefully I helped you to maybe choose our product or to get your product working properly. And thank you. Bye.